A decade after the worst attacks ever on our homeland, the commission that investigated what went wrong is out with a new report card highlighting the major security gaps that have not been fixed. ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross is here with more on what they found.
George, 10 years later, the 9/11 Commission report card produced by the Bipartisan Policy Center includes, according to its co-chairman, very few A's, lots of C's and incompletes, and at least 2 significant F's. Despite the billions of dollars spent on aviation security, the report found the U.S. still cannot reliably detect explosives that could bring down a plane. We are still highly vulnerable to aviation security threats, the report concludes.
We really have not got it right yet.
The failure came into sharp focus 5 years ago when surveillance of a London-based al-Qaeda group revealed they were building a bomb using a hydrogen peroxide formula that caught U.S. officials off guard and that can still get through security.
It was invisible to our detection equipment. In other words, it looked just like water.
The failure to detect explosives is one of 9 unfinished recommendations made by the 9/11 Commission.
Some of these recommendations, no question, you get an F.
Another F goes to the failure to fix the communications breakdown that occurred on September 11th, when police and fire units in New York were on different radio frequencies and could not talk to each other.
Break it up and tying up the frequency. Go to another radio.
People died because of that.
The report card does praise the FBI and the CIA for finally working together and credits them with disrupting many plots and bringing to justice many terrorist operatives. The most recent example was the killing earlier this month of al-Qaeda's number 2 man, Atiyah Abd al-Rahman, who ABC News has learned was the main contact between Osama bin Laden and the rest of the al-Qaeda network. Intelligence officials say al-Rahman's death in a drone strike was hugely significant, as it was his job to organize future attacks against the U.S., aiming for aviation and oil industry targets in particular, George.
Okay, Brian, thanks very much. He was in contact with Osama bin Laden before bin Laden got killed.
On a regular basis. Yes.
Okay, Brian.